Hello there, my name is Paul Mertens and I'm a barrister at Pump Court Chambers in the Temple in London. I've been asked to speak to you today because you're thinking about your future careers, and I understand in particular that there are some of you who are considering a career in law. To start with, I would say that the career in law is a fantastic career choice. It's varied, it involves working with all different kinds of people and assisting them with some of the most important moments of their lives. As well as being a fantastic career choice, studying law prepares people for all sorts of other jobs, and that could include working in government, within companies, or charities, or other parts of society. So, what is a barrister? Well, barristers go to court and they argue people's cases. They also provide specialist legal advice in their areas of expertise. Generally, barristers are said to be independent minded, and their role is to stand up for the rights of other people, their clients, and to assist them with the problems that they face. Barristers support the administration of justice. They make sure that judges are aware of the applicable law and reach the right decisions. Barristers work with solicitors who generally have more client contact than barristers, from first meeting with them when they go into their offices and tell them about their cases, all the way through to preparing a case to go to court. What skills would you require if you wanted to be a good solicitor or barrister? Well, one of the key things is that you need to be good at analysing what people say has happened and what you think is likely to be correct. As a barrister, your job would be to persuade someone, and that's generally a judge or a jury, to agree with what you say. You have to be hardworking, and there's no hiding from it. You have to enjoy reading, and it's certainly a job that involves a lot of that. You also have to be empathetic. You need to be able to understand people and what motivates them. And of course, that means all different kinds of people all the way across society. So if you were thinking of making an application to law school, what would make a good application? Well, the first thing that I would mention is that you need to provide evidence that you've thought about your career choice. You need to be able to show that you understand what being a lawyer would involve. Now, one of the ways of doing that would be to go and gain some work experience. So you might go into a firm of solicitors and watch what they do, or you might go with a barrister on what's called a mini pupillage. It's the kind of work experience that you do. Another way that you could gain some experience and show that you understand your career choice would be to read about legal issues, either online or in newspapers, and to talk to other people about those things. And to give you some examples, you might hear about human rights or environmental campaigns or other things that come up in the news, Brexit, and have a think about them and why you find them interesting and how you think if you were a lawyer, you might be able to be involved in those things. A good application will also demonstrate that you've got the skills that are required for the role. And so most importantly here, I would advise, is having good communication skills. You need to write your application in a clear, simple way, in sentences that have a logical structure. It's also important that you demonstrate that you've got commitment to your career choice, because in the end, a career in law is very competitive. You need to show them that you have what it takes and make yourself stand out from the crowd. You might, to do that, give them examples of being involved with debating or other kinds of public speaking. Now, I know when I was setting out that I wasn't sure that I had those kinds of experiences. But in fact, what you come to learn is that you can have those experiences through other parts of your life. From working in a shop or in a restaurant, you are still speaking to all different kinds of people every day. And so think about the things that you do and how they demonstrate your confidence and your communication skills. Now, if you're thinking about a career in the law, there are different pathways. One way is to study law at university, typically over a period of about 3 or possibly 4 years. Another is to study something completely different and then complete what's called a law conversion afterwards. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. Studying law at university will give you an in-depth understanding of those areas that you might go on and practice in the future. On the other hand, gaining experience in something else, as I did, I studied French literature at university, can give you other skills that you wouldn't necessarily gain from a law degree. It can give you life experiences. And so I got to go and live in France for a year during my degree, and I think that that made a significant difference to the way that I developed. In the end, you need to gather the skills and experiences that are necessary to do the job. And that means being able to understand documentation, to learn how to use language effectively, which is really the key to everything that lawyers do. Having completed your law degree or conversion course, you then have a further choice to make. If you want to be a solicitor, then you'll typically complete the LPC, the legal practice course, and then a training contract within a firm of solicitors. That can take between 3 and 4 years to complete in total. If you want to become a barrister, you complete a different course, the Bar Professional Training course. That normally lasts for a year, and after that you have to find a pupillage. Pupillage is spent with another barrister over a period of a year, or a number of barristers, observing the work that they do during the first 6 months, and then practicing on your own accord for the second 6 months. Although it is typically shorter in time than becoming a solicitor, many find that it is difficult to obtain a pupillage straight away and end up working for a year or two beforehand to gain some additional legal experience, perhaps as a paralegal or as a legal researcher. Whichever route you take, I'm confident that you will find it a rewarding career. It allows you to work with lots of interesting, intelligent, funny individuals, and to feel like you're making a difference to those people that you assist. I look forward to speaking to you at the online Q&A in a couple of weeks, when I'll be happy to answer any questions about my experiences or about your proposed applications to law school in the future. Thanks very much.